Grade 7, Month 1, Week 2, Day 3. First, log on to your ELE account. And then let's start with English. Week 2, Day 3. Story writing. Let's complete the story. Use your creative brainstorm points to do drafting. Make interesting sentences for your readers. On day 2, you did brainstorming for your story. Now we will do drafting. We will use those points to make sentences. Let's watch this video. This video will guide us on how to write a draft. This video will help us to revise our story. After writing the draft, we will revise our story. This video will help us on how to revise the story. After doing these two things, your day 3 is done. The next subject we will do is mathematics. On day 3 of mathematics, today we are going to discuss properties of union. There are 3 properties of union. We will start with commutative property, associative property, and identity property. We will start by watching its video. This 13-minute video will explain us the different properties of union, and then we will do some reading. We will look at some examples which will help us understand these 3 properties. After reading these 3 properties, you should discuss it with someone, or you can re-watch the video to understand it better. Our next activity is homework. You can do it later, or you can do it at whenever you are free. So we have to do these 2 questions. Bring out your copy and answer these 2 questions. After answering them, your day 3 is done. Our next subject is science. Day 3, review and answer. Review and answer. Okay, so what do we have to review? Yes, we have to answer our yesterday's lesson, which we read about Bilal. Bilal told us some of his bad habits. So review day 2 to answer these questions. Here are 7 questions which we have to answer. Bring out your copy and answer them one by one. Question 1. Name the disease Bilal suffered from 2 months ago, and what else could he suffer from? What other diseases could he suffer from? Then we have some more questions related to this. Draw the water chart studied in last class. We have to draw something, a water chart. Which of the following should we eat in the smallest amount? Here are 1, 2, 3, 4 things we have right here. We have to tell that which kind of dietary, which kind of food should be consumed the least. After answering these questions, your day 3 is done. The next subject that we will do is history. Day 3, Christianity. On our day 2, we also read about Christianity, and we will continue studying about it. But first of all, we will watch the story of Christianity. Christianity is one of the many religions around the world. We will read its story and learn what is the religion Christianity. Then we will do some reading. How did it spread? The teachings of Christianity. Okay, so after reading, discuss the religion Christianity with anyone. You can discuss its facts, how it spread, and how does it work, who are Christian people. After that, we have an activity. Let's start this activity. Click on Start Test. We have to answer these MCQs. Israel is a country in South Asia, Southeast Asia, Middle East. After answering, choosing, click on to next questions and answer all of them. At the end, you will get your results. After doing this activity, your day 3 for history is done. Now let's do geography. Day 2, answer the following questions. Question 1. In population growth, we calculate the number of houses built in an area. Do you agree? Explain. You have to tell if this statement is correct or not. If you agree with it, it's correct, then explain. If it's not, then explain why it's not correct. Next, define birth rate, death rate, movement of population. Explain the changes in the population growth rate of Iran. There was a population growth rate change in Iran. You can look at its picture in day 1. Explain its changes. Next, what was the population growth rate of Pakistan in 1960 according to the following graph? Explain what was the growth rate. Look at this picture carefully. Next, draw a graph comparing the population growth rate of Pakistan and India from 1970 to 2017. Hint, it will be similar to the above one without Iran. Okay, so here in this graph we have Pakistan, India and Iran. It's from 1960 to 2010. Now we have to continue making from 1970 to 2017. We have to make it without Iran. Use this graph to make one of your own. You can easily copy paste in your copy and then continue for the next few years, which will be 7 years. Okay, after doing this, your day 3 for geography is done. Our next subject is Islamiyat. Day 2, belief in prophethood activity. So on day 1, we read about the belief in prophethood. Now we will do its activity. It will help us get to know about it and see if we understood it well. First of all, let's do Nazra-e-Quran. You have downloaded Para 13 in your laptop, tablet or any gadget you have. Go to that para and recite rukus 10, 11 and 12 from para 13. After that, answer the following questions. Before answering the questions, if you want to, you can review day 1 which we read, which had the detail about belief in prophethood. Let's answer these questions one by one on our copy. Question 1. Why did Allah send prophets? How many names of prophets are mentioned in the Quran? Write a few of their names. Search and write 2 Quranic verses about prophethood. Go to Google, simply write Quranic verses about prophet and then write any of the 2 in your copy. Next, what are the teachings of all prophets? So there might be a similar message. Write that message. Next, how did the prophets receive their message from God? Explain that, and then your day 3 for grade 7 is done. For more ELE lessons, contact on this number